Sorry, we had a technical glitch. I think the Airtel network decided to play funny the whole entire week. Yeah, but we shall prevail as a matter of fact. But kindly mute yourself before we start. Today, I am going to share with you the 5 MLM skills that will help you generate what we call a 7-figure income. I hope everyone here wants to generate a 7-figure income, not just on a monthly basis, but on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. So what do you need to understand? There are 5 key fundamental skills. And the first one is prospecting. Prospecting is the bread and butter of this business. I'll be honest with you. You have to have a funnel that brings in new people on a daily basis. Just like someone wakes up, he goes to the bank, opens up his computer, starts working, receiving emails. As a business builder, as someone who's committed to building a team in PGI, prospecting has to be a part of your life. Prospecting is going out to society and adding people to your name list. Every time you go to meet people, every time you go to social media platforms, you get fresh people and add them to your what? To your name list. So, but when you're doing prospecting, you need to identify your target market using a name list. Remember, we talked about a name list the other time. A name list is a list of people who may or may not join you. You do not prejudge anybody, and identify your target market using that what? That list. You can say, for me personally, I am going to go for people who are basically business oriented, and that is specifically your what? Your own target market. Someone would say, I want to go for students specifically because they are basically very dynamic. They are young and they're willing to learn anything new. Another one would say, I want to go for housewives who stay home moms. Another person would say, I would like to go for specifically teachers. But as you build your team, have a strategy of the target audience you're going to target on a daily basis. And then within basically prospecting, help your new team members, your business partners, you recruited to the business, identify their what? Their names, identify the target audience. Why it is very important that in life, if you don't shoot at anything, you get nothing. You need to direct your daily activities towards a certain category of people. Yes, much as MLM is for everyone, this opportunity is for everyone, but you need to have a specific audience where you direct your energies on a daily basis. There's someone who says, I want to focus only on pastors. Another says, I am going to focus only on imams. So whatever daily method of operation he has to reach out to that audience. Now, whoever comes on board who is not that category is by default, but just know one thing, that it gets you to focus your energies in the right what? Direction. When you target a certain audience, you know where to find them, you know where to reach out for them, you know where their associations are. So as you're prospecting, you need to start with your warm market, the people who commonly know you, who by the mention of your name. Use what we call the PIC system. PIC, P-I-C-K, PIC system. People that you commonly know, people I commonly know. All together. So as you prospect everywhere you go. If you go to the bank and someone is standing in front of you, that is the time to prospect. If you go to a restaurant and someone serves you, that is the time to prospect. All together. If you go to a salon, there's this guy who's working on your hair all the time. That's the time to prospect. The teller at the bank, that is an opportunity for you to prospect. Don't say you do not see people. People are there. But what are you doing on a daily basis to fill up your funnel? Every time you move on the streets of Kampala, you meet someone you used to know back in the days. And prospect all the time. It has to be a part and parcel of your what? Of your life. Then prospect everyone, prospect all the time, prospect everywhere you go. So prospecting is what will generate daily leads that you can basically use to add, to invite to your Zoom calls as well as to your private what? Meeting that I had. So it is a gold mine. Prospecting is the tendency of going out and adding people to your what? Your name list. Then skill number 2 is inviting. We're talking about the 5 MLM skills that will lead to a 5-figure income. Inviting. Now, when you're making invitations, there are classifications you need to have. The way you invite someone, you know the way you invite a stranger. The way you invite your brother, your sister is not the way you invite a professional, a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant. So in your invitation, you're going to break down your invitation strategy into the hot list. Some people, you're going to categorize them as the hot list. Others, you're going to categorize them as the warm list. Then the other category is the cold list. The hot list are people who are motivated by money. Now, when I talk about the hot list, I am talking about, look at your family, within your family, the top 10 people. Look at people who are already successful. They understand the language of money. If someone is already successful, they are going to see something talking about as very valuable and synchronized in terms of earnings altogether. Look at the most successful people, millionaires you have in your family and economists. You have someone who basically understands money. That is a hot list. So when you draft your name list, first identify those who are successful. The mindset they use to become successful is the same exact mindset they're going to use to identify, to see this opportunity in one way or another. Then the warm list. Warm list are people who know you by name. By simple mention of your name, they can be able to identify you. Then the cold list. Now, these are the people who are totally strangers. You meet them in a restaurant, you meet them in a bus, you meet them in a train, you meet them in a plane when you're moving. You do not have any emotional attachment. There is a strategy on how you can invite them. So your invitation scripts, the last training, I was able to provide you with a couple of scripts you can use to target different markets. But the rule of thumb in targeting a cold list is always build what we call rapport. Begin by complimenting them, identifying something good that they've done, and also appreciate them entirely. The cold list can even be found all over your social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram. But how you start matters. You can start by complimenting them genuinely from the bottom of your heart. Okay, so when you become a master at identifying those segments, automatically you can channel your invitation strategy in the right direction. I'll give you an example. When I was starting this industry of MLM, my upline in one of the companies I started with told me that do not prove to be smart. What you need to do is for all your friends, invite them like this. There is something I would like to start, and I would like you to come and give me your advice. You're one of the people I value the most altogether. When I use that invitation script on over 100 people, at least 40 of them were very positive. They came and saw the opportunity. And out of those, 5 to 10 of them culminated into signups entirely. So get a simple script for each category, the cold list, the hot list, as well as the hot list altogether. Now, ladies and gentlemen, kindly mute yourself to avoid this interruption and feedback. Now, the other skill you need to basically put in your briefcase at the back of your mind is what we call follow through. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the fortune has always been in the follow-up. No, sorry, it is presenting. Now, you need to learn to become a master at presenting. And one of the most important presentation is the one-on-one. There are so many presentations. There is a one-on-one, there is a two-on-one, there is a meeting, a business presentation within your office. There is a Zoom presentation as a large audience, but the one-on-one is fundamental for each and everyone who's serious about building the PGI business altogether. But as you're doing your one-on-one, you need to have tools. You need to have a smartphone altogether, because as you do your presentation, automatically you're going to have to showcase your back office. You need to have a presentation guide. Get that PGI presentation, print it on a piece of paper, move with it every time you're going to do a one-on-one with anybody. Then the other thing is you need a spiral notebook where you can basically take notes when you're presenting to your guest. Let me tell you one thing, as you present and you're writing, it makes it easy for the person you're presenting to be able to memorize. Altogether, you need a pen. There is nothing as nagging and as boring as someone who has come for a meeting with his prospect and they ask a pen from them. It shows a certain level of unseriousness altogether. Then you need testimonials. How do you basically, Your testimonials are within your back office. You can open up your what? You can open up your PGI back office and share your testimony with your business partners, with those prospects you brought. Testimonials in form of other people's testimonials. You can just get a screenshot of your upline, of your downline, or even a cross line, and have it as evidence of payments. Every time we post on Monday, like today, is a withdrawal day. Those can act as testimonials when you're presenting one-on-one to your people that the business actually pays. But the most important testimonial is this: the friends you present to want to see exactly what you have been able to make. You as an individual, how much have you been able to achieve in this business from the time you did what? You started. That is the most important testimonial. Do not be fooled by wonderful statements. Your income statement, your earnings is what is very fundamental. You can bring all the others, by the way, but if you've not made money, you can still use other people's what? Testimonials. So as you answer this question, when you're presenting your one-on-one, answer this question: why should I join you? Why should the person you're presenting to join who? Join you. All together. It is very fundamental because this is a results-oriented business. People want to join someone they know is actually making money from what he's talking about. So when you basically go ahead and do not answer that question, what kind of support are you going to provide that person? Automatically, they will not feel confident to get started. So as you do your one-on-one, answer that question: why should I join you? Why is my team the best team that you should be able to do what? To join. Are you following? So in presentation, become a master at one-on-one. A good one-on-one presentation should take between 5 to 15 minutes. Are we together? As long as you showcase the company profile, the leadership, as well as you basically show the return on investments. Automatically, the client will understand, open your back office, showcase how much you've been able to achieve, how you withdraw, and that's it. The next meeting is for you to put them on a Zoom call of the corporate on Monday, Wednesday, as well as Friday, plus the one of EPIT, which is on Tuesday and Thursday, for them to understand more about the business entirely. So presenting, become a master at one-on-one. Then the other skill is follow through. Follow up, follow through. Ladies and gentlemen, the fortune has always been in the follow up. Take between 24 to 48 hours and get back to your prospect. Because if you do not get back to them in 24 to 48 hours, their excitement level is going to go down. Naturally, when you present to someone, they're going to go to their friends. They're going to go to like 10 friends or people who surround them and they're going to start asking them about PGI. Yet you presented to them and not their friends. Now, most of the time, what they're going to do is they're going to consult people who don't have the information you have. So it's up to you. Because when you talk to 10 people and they're all negative, they're going to steal your money. They're going to do this. When they talk to 10 people, this is human nature. They're also going to lose the what? The morale. So kindly get back to them, put them on another meeting. And the reason why you do follow up is to keep their excitement level high. It is very natural that when you present to someone, they'll go and talk to their friends. So follow up shamelessly. I repeat, follow up shamelessly. Because it is important. You're basically guiding them to achieve their dreams. And another way you can do follow-up. Follow-up is not easy. What you can do is you can use technology. Create chat groups. Create your own WhatsApp group for your team, for your prospects. Always have a WhatsApp group for your prospects and also have a WhatsApp group for members who have already joined. And every time the updates from the company, keep posting them in the group. Share information that is motivation. Every time there is a presentation going to happen, drop in the link, invite them. Sometimes some of them, you might even need to call them entirely. So create a chat group and all the time, share the success stories around the world. When you share the success stories, you're going to give people an impression that this is a global business. This is not just a business that is done by a few people where I come from. So share success stories all over the world. Do not just stop thinking, think local entirely. I hope you're learning something. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on top of that, number 5, duplicate. Whatever you do, make sure is easily duplicatable to your business partners downline. Are we together? So the reason why you do anything is so that the people you bring on board can be able to do it. Not so many people can present like you. Not so many people can stand on stage and speak like you, but you find a system that is easy to duplicate. Everyone can invite. Everyone can create a chat group for their business partners. Everyone can fix appointment, but not everyone can present as good as you are. So your role as a leader is whatever you do, make sure the people you bring on board are able to do it entirely. Are you following? So attend all company events, attend all company Zoom presentations, and make sure you remind your business partners to do the same. What do you need to duplicate? Attend all company Zooms, attend all company events, attend all company Saturday, Super Saturday events, and members meetup. By the time this Saturday, our Super Saturday virtual event is on this Saturday, so invite massively. You're going to hear it from so many success stories. Then the other thing is do effective orientations. Make sure that you create time to orient your what? Your business partner. Whoever gets started, get 1 hour, get 30 minutes with them, orient them on what they need to do, or what they need to expect. When they decide to say, I am going to build this business, remember we have two types of people. We have business builders, and then we have passive income earners. Whichever category they are, create some time for them, because someone who's a passive income earner, you need to show him how to install his Bitcoin within his PGI back office, how to do KYC, that orientation, how to access information in the back office, how to basically learn more about how the business works. So create time. Let me tell you one thing, lead by example. Be your own best downline. Do not say my downlines don't work. You are the best downline. Whatever you duplicate is exactly what they're going to duplicate. People will not do what they don't understand. In our business, monkey see, monkey do. If you sit and hide away, all the people you sign up are also going to hide away. So find a way. You duplicate the right kind of what? Behavior. What do you need to duplicate? You need to duplicate your ability to prospect, your ability to invite, your ability to present. When you're presenting, how do you duplicate yourself? By simply doing presentations for them like 10 times when they are watching. When they watch, they model the same what? The same behavior. When you create WhatsApp groups or chat groups and do follow up all the time, you're duplicating the right what? The right attitude entirely. So lead by example, be your own best downline. Do not say my downlines don't work. They are not aggressive. No, be the best downline you want them to see and become entirely. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the 5 MLM skills that will basically make you a 7-figure income. But in whatever you do, have a good attitude. Have a good attitude while you prospect. Have a good attitude while you invite. Have a good attitude while you